Hi, this is Dr. Mohammad Saim Khan, an assistant professor in the Department of Commerce, Aligarh Muslim University. And we are already in the week 4 of this business tourism course. And in my previous lectures of week 4, I had discussed about the relationship between event and tourism, right? And the impacts of event. Now we'll be moving forward with event management and we'll go like up to event designing, the event concept, event styling, and everything. So in this video, we'll start with the event management. The contents of this video will be like this, that first I'll be discussing the advantages offered by events. Then we'll go to exactly the concept of event management. Then we'll discuss recent concepts in event management, then different aspects of event management. Fifthly, we'll discuss need of event management, and lastly, the conclusion. So, at the very behest, I want to discuss the advantages offered by events. What events we already have discussed, some of this portion earlier, but now I want to particularly do this. I want to discuss the advantages offered by events. So, at number one, we have economic benefits. Event tourism can have a significant impact on the economy. As in the last video, we had already kind of discussed this thing in the impact, positive impact. It's just the same thing that it can have a significant impact on the economy. It helps generate revenue for business such as hotels, restaurants, transportation services, and local vendors. Additionally, events can create job opportunities for residents, as it was thoroughly discussed in the previous video. So I won't go there again. So next, let us move to the social benefits. When there are events and festivals, so with event and festival tourism have the potential to bring people together under one shade. Yeah, events can be an excellent opportunity for this cultural exchange and social interventions. Events can also promote community development, especially in rural areas where tourists can visit during the events to explore the destination's culture. So it happens kind of when people are mingling, they are bringing in their culture. Okay, so there is a cultural development. People learn how actually other people in the world are living, and especially in smaller areas, in rural areas, where the exposure is less. So these events offer such kind of benefits also. And then let us talk about the environmental impact. Look, everything has advantages and disadvantages, don't you agree, right? So thus there can be good and bad environmental effects. The positive impact of event tourism can include raising environmental awareness, encouraging sustainable behaviors, and supporting local conservation initiatives. Okay, or in contrast, the negative impact might have increased waste output, energy consumptions, and emissions. Of course, there are negative impacts of environment also, but there are advantages, like if we consider the positives of the environmental impact. Now, let us quickly move to what is event management. So, event management is the process of creating and maintaining an event, as you can understand by this particular term. So, this process spans from the very beginning of planning all the way to post event strategizing. So, at the start, an event manager makes planning decisions such as the time, location, and theme of their event. During an event, event managers oversee the event live and make sure things run smoothly. After an event, event managers are tasked with reviewing event data, submitting the key performance indexes, and return on investment findings, and staying on the ball for any post event offering. So, all different branches of planning go into event management, including various types of sourcing, designing, regulation checks, and on site management. In event management, you could be in the process of creating a conference, a product launch, an internal sales kickoff, or even a wedding. Really, any event that requires considerable planning and execution is event management. Okay, what they do actually, the event management company, the people, they handle the work. So rather than the corporate entity throwing the event, the management company handles all the initial preparations, project management, running of the event, and post-event follow-up. The event management company deals with the details for the event, including all key aspects of hospitality, social media, marketing, and all employment for the event. So, the goal of the process is to receive the most significant possible return for their client and ensure that those invited to participate wish to return to future events. And the second thing they do is they offer experience. So, corporate events can be a critical aspect of a complete marketing plan for any industry, but it's not as easy as it may seem to get right. The end to end execution of an event is a complicated process, and event coordination brings in an experienced team to ensure each step is correct. Now, moving further, there's concept of event planning. So, event management is event planning. Event management goes by many different names. Some event planners are called administrative assistants, some are called event coordinators, and others are called event technologists. What do all of these titles have in common? What is that? The individuals have some hand in planning an event. Whether the events are internal or external, large or small, in person or virtual, they all have to be planned. So, event management is, of course, event planning. And these are, few of the recent concepts in event management, which is virtual event management and hybrid event management. So, in today's new environment, we have had to learn how to manage not only our in-person events, but our virtual programs as well. Virtual event management requires the same steps as managing your in-person event, but with the added challenge of making sure that your content is twice as captivating. Look, while in-person events have the added bonus of travel, networking, and free food, a virtual event largely relies on its content to keep attendees engaged. When managing a virtual event, make sure that your speakers are prepared to present their content virtually and that your content is interesting and succinct. Next concept is this hybrid event management. We had talked a little about this hybrid event management previously too in my previous video, that now how people are attending events in person and they are sitting in a remote place, and from there they are attending that particular event. They are addressing an audience, they are reading papers in conferences, they are giving keynote lectures, or just attending the event. So this hybrid event management is a relatively new thing, and it's getting quite famous these days. So just as the industry is getting comfortable with virtual events, we are seeing a new event type emerging as a popular option. They are hybrid events, of course. So hybrid events are a combination of virtual and in-person events. It offers all the benefits of both, but also comes with a unique set of challenges, of course. Whenever you are kind of having people online and offline, you will be facing some challenges. Now, when hosting a hybrid event, you are managing two audiences, virtual and in person, or we can say online and offline. And you must decide which content and event program will be available to each audience. If you are managing a hybrid event, make sure you consider the event from every angle when building your hybrid event strategy, okay? Because there's an audience who is sitting behind a computer screen, and then there is an audience who is kind of experiencing all that first-handedly. They are there, they are observing everything. So this kind of it's very important to have this classification, this division, that what content is for what kind of audience. Okay. Now, let us move further and discuss different aspects of event management. You can see on the screen, these are the different aspects of event management. Let me mark it for you. Sorry. Yeah. As you can see, building the perfect event, managing attendee information and communication, promotion across channels with automation, and measuring your success to prove event return on investment. So let us go through these one by one. So the very first one is building the perfect event. So it starts simply: a theme, a plan, a goal. Your event has a purpose from the very beginning, right? Which will drive content, speakers, and the venue. Next, it's time to set up the basics. You have to build a branded event website that entices visitors to attend your event. Nowadays, it's easier than ever to build a beautifully designed website just by understanding event website basics. Then you need to secure payment processing so attendees can pay for events easily. All right. So building websites and you know securing some payment process, it's a hassle free operation nowadays because technology has gone like up to such highs. You can just sit in front of a computer screen, give some commands, and your website can be easily built. Or otherwise, people are offering you services everywhere, so it is an easy process. Next aspect is promotion across different channels with automation. So if no one knows about your event, how will they register? That's why promotion is so important. These targeted email marketing, yeah. So it is a great way to promote your events when you have a vast database. Other ways to promote? Yes, there are other ways to promote. Social media continues to be one of the best free promotional channels. An event on Facebook or Instagram, going live and just posting your posters and designs and everything. So it provides you a very vast platform for promotion. Okay, third aspect is managing attendee information and communication. So the purpose of the event is always to make connections. Remember, okay, why are you having an event if there are no connections? So event management does not just involve choosing linens or the right virtual technology provider, but also managing contacts as well as you can. During the event, you will gather leads that will go to sales, right? These leads will be critical when it comes to providing your event return on investment. And the next aspect, the last aspect is measuring your success to prove event return on investment. So event management doesn't end when the event ends. Over the course of the entire event, it's important to prove success and identify areas of improvement. Data gained throughout the process will help you do this. Live polling is a great way to find out how attendees felt about the event. So these are the different aspects of event management. Moving forward, why there's a need for event management? Why? You can see several points on your screen like expert planning, efficient budget management, significant time saving, innovation at its best. So we'll go through these point by point. Yes, expert planning. So a successful event needs a well thought out master plan as well as a strict time frame and budget. An event management company agree upon the essential objectives, roles, and targets from the very beginning. This plan lays out every logistical and commercial aspect of the event and serves as the event manager's Bible. Yes. So it is a living document that is updated regularly, giving you the flexibility and peace of mind to ensure that all aspects of your event are covered. Point number two, efficient budget management. Some people believe that engaging an event planner would cost them extra, although this is usually the opposite. As a matter of fact, budget is one of the most essential reasons to engage with an event management agency. Since professional event planners have long-standing relationships with suppliers, organizers, caterers, hotel owners, venue managers, and well-known performers, so they get you great deals by negotiating on your behalf. So this is one thing which you have to keep out of your mind. Then why? Third point, significant time saving. Since event management is not your strong suite, okay, agree. You should agree to it. We all should agree to it. You'll waste a lot of time planning everything as you are likely to have a lot of additional tasks. So as a result, it's always a good idea to sit back, relax, and employ an experienced event management company. It will save you time, energy, effort, and stress from having to organize the event on your own. All you have to do is agree on a venue and a date, and the rest will be taken care of. You will be freeing up valuable time that you can use to focus on other aspects of your business or anything else, whatever you like to do. Okay, next point, innovation at its best. So, event planners will come up with new and interesting event strategy ideas for you using formats and methods that are tailored to your audience and your budget. When it comes to conceptualizing every component of the event management companies use a great level of imagination and originality. Yes, you can rest confident that your event will be a success since event planners bring a lot of experience and ideas to the table. Fifth point is smooth attendee experience. Event management companies employ a variety of tools and software to connect with participants efficiently and professionally. This can range from building an event specific website with all of your event information, what we had just talked, such as the conference program, map, attendance list, exhibitor list, speaker images and bios, to online registration. The tools will guide the attendee through the process of receiving joining instructions and the day before a text message reminder of the venue's postcode. Currently, event management platforms are being heavily used for this purpose because of their ability to automate almost all the manual event management tasks. Right? Okay, next point, management on the D day. D day, not the doomsday. The most crucial part of an event is ensuring a smooth event delivery on site, which all halls will be utilized, how they should be set up, what deliveries are anticipated, when refreshment, lunch, and dinner should be ready, who is accountable for what, and so on. Day by day, hour by hour. An event management company employs a well briefed and experienced staff for this purpose, leaving you to network and enjoy the event with the guests. Of course. Uh, next, uh, next is effective risk management. So, an event is prone to us uncertainties such as power failure, a fire, or a medical emergency, or any other unanticipated occurrence that might lead to the failure of your event. Yes, it happens. It happens, many times. Using event management services pays off in this situation as you will have a competent health and safety management plan that would have been prepared and presented to the venue prior to the event. Further, you will have experienced employees on hand who will know what to do in case of an emergency. They will have contingency plan, they will have backup plans. Okay, they are not just leaving you in center of something. No. Okay, next point is management of post-event activities. It is important, it is very important to adopt proper criteria to keep up with the attendees after the event. It can include sending thank you to mailers or then asking for feedback, engaging on social media, updating the event website, etc. Furthermore, it is important to measure the event success, which is easier said than done. Determining event success, as you may assume, only takes into account the number of attendees. However, this is not the case. This is not the case. An event management company would help you understand which indicators are most important to the success of your event and how you can use them to take your next event a notch higher. And lastly, audience and panelist generation services. So some event management agencies have a huge database that helps in getting very specific senior leadership to grace the event as panelists or audience. Look, according to a data, according to a report, 89% of conferences, these conference organizers say finding quality speakers is their biggest challenge. This is because the role of event speakers has evolved over the years. They are expected to not only develop new approaches but to bring more attention and attendance to an event. Coming to audience generation services, the effectiveness of an event presumes access to the right audiences who are not just passive listeners but potential buyers. So these are the points we had discussed under the need of event management. Now, next we are moving toward the conclusion. So, what we discussed in this particular video, we discussed the advantages offered by events. What are the advantages? Is like the social impact, the economic advantages, and the environmental impact, and what advantages in those impact. Next, we discussed the concept of event management, like what is event management, right? How to define it, things like these. Then further, the recent concepts in event management were discussed, like the online events and the hybrid events, things like these. Then the different aspects of event management were discussed. Okay, and then why is the event management even needed? Why the event management is even needed, that was discussed. And then we had concluded, as you can see, these 5 C's will be there in a further video in week 4 only. Okay, so these are the references for this particular video. Thank you for listening, and we'll meet in the next video.